This article should be taken for its historical and entertainment value only. In the late 1980s, the late Cyril Griffin of Dublin bred his LX-winning bitch called Scarlet to house Bo. From this breeding, 2 males were good enough to be matched. Flash was a red dog, and his perfect pit weight was 37 IPs. He beat S. Hughes's Clint in a battle lasting 35 minutes. Clint was from a litter that produced some deep game dogs. Clint had passed a hard test, going 50 minutes plus, into a much larger dog. Flash got to do a lot of damage, and Clint quit and later died from his injuries. Flash beat the well-known Dean and Joe's Bo, aka Gaddafi. Bo was a winning dog from an Ed Reed bloodline. Bo was a game dog on the day and was picked up at 58 minutes. Flash's hardest battle was against B. Clark's Billy, a hard-biting dog bred from a TL and JD's Hose bloodline. Billy was a hard-driving, chest-fighting dog, killing dogs in previous roles. In this battle, Flash was on the receiving end, and Billy was really barnstorming and did lots of damage to Flash's chest. It was one-sided up till around the 50-minute mark. Flash was fighting on the defense, working the head and ears. One of Billy's ears was shredded. Billy tried to walk away, but his fang was stuck in Flash's leg. When they did break, Billy looked shocked and took the count, shaking his head at IR 30 reigns. Flash went hard on a courtesy scratch and put Billy down for the first time and had to be broken off Billy's head. B. Clark said his dog took a fit, but I think he just quit. Years later, I read a good book called The Bulldog in Europe by D.G. Harrison, and I'll quote from the book. So Flash won his championship on a rule, despite the fact that he had lost the actual battle. End of quote. I don't know how anyone could say that, as 90% of battles end that way, when one dog is not game enough to go back for more. What D.G. Harrison didn't know was, for Flash the battle was never over until he beat the other dog. If we judged every battle by what dog has the most ability at the start of a battle, we'll end up with dogs of a low amount of gameness. At the end of the battle with Billy, it was Flash who was up on his feet, shaking Billy by the head, and Billy that was lying on the pit floor taking it. I knew Flash would be there till the end, as I owned his half-brother, Ricky's Jackson, who won a battle in 3 hours 32 minutes, a record in Europe at the time. I knew Jackson was game as he fought with a broken jaw. Jackson lived and sired some match dogs. Flash was a dog with lots of ability, good mouth, good wind, and an easy dog to get fit, and the one thing that makes these dogs different from other is gameness. The day Flash won his championship, his litter brother T. Jordan's Ringo beat the game dog S. Hughes's and D. McCabe's Sparky in 1 hour 08 minutes.